What's going on, everybody? www.themandmindset.com. Got a great testimonial for one of my students who just copped a new product called the Script. We'll call you S. You know, no one need to know your name, but
The scale,
so
the scale. You said script.
what did I say?
You said script.
Oh, Script, the scale. Fuck scale, Script. Fuck it starts with S. Fuck it.
All good, man.
So tell me, what's your thought process after watching the videos and all that stuff? What'd you get from it?
What I got from it, man, is everything connects, but it connects for a reason. It's like the why behind it, because obviously you always talk about, knowledge of self, women, dating, and sex, but people don't know why. And the why behind it is because if you're at a certain level on one of those phases, then that can really be detrimental for somebody to progress further on. Just like, okay, the biggest thing I look at is the self, just like you talk about. If you're not solid with yourself and you try to progress further on, it's going to show before you even get a chance to progress on. So you may be thinking like, okay, I'm doing my thing, I'm progressing on through this phase, that phase. And the whole time when you're with a woman or just other people in general, they see that you don't have a solid foundation. So you end up playing yourself in the end without realizing like, hey, it is important to know these other steps and these other phases, because if you don't know that and you don't live by it, then you're just going to be everywhere and all fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. This is as you can see, it's more behavior, than anything. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah, 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 yeah.
the most that's the thing I love about it was it didn't I didn't say it was me. It was
Right.
really women. Like I say, I think a lot of guys understand that women want and like different things, and depending if on you fulfilling that. If you, I mean, again, if not fulfilling it for her, but fulfilling it for yourself. Because if you can't fulfill it, it's either going to have a positive effect, which you, like I was saying, double points, or it's going to have a negative effect, which means that's the thing that she's going to be looking for in somebody else.
Right, 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 exactly. And what I like about it too is I think of it and I look at it almost like the pyramid. I'm talking about the vision, the perception, the emotion,
Yes.
and the you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I look at it like that, and I kind of tie that in with the net. If you cover all your bases and you got that solid foundation, then everything else is going to fall into place. But if you miss one of those steps, then things aren't going to fall into place, and it's going to show. You know what I mean? Because just like perception and expectations, when they see that and you're not living up to certain things, you're not living up what you're supposed to live up to, then it all falls apart.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But they finally can see. I think I don't know if a lot of people
It's
really want to see that though, man.
yeah. And see, the funny thing, man, we've been rolling for so long, man. I know, more about it and how it operates, and it's kind of hard not to give it all away without going a
Right.
little bit too much in detail.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because it's like people don't, especially guys, men, they don't really see what it is. And when you really sit back and you look at it, you're like, everything is based on your behavior.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, you could say one thing, but depending on how you act, that's how you're judged. It's based on your
Right.
behaviors, because the
Yes.
behavior is what tells a woman
Yes.
how things are and how you're
Yes.
going to be in the future.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the biggest thing I did want to mention about that is when you try to learn from different people and you try to mix the shit together, it
Exactly.
fucks everything up. And I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. There's been times before that I've got curious. It didn't necessarily bring attraction to me, but I got curious about other people. And it's funny because when you try to mix other shit in, what ends up happening is you could end up being worse than when you started off. You get what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, I do absolutely.
And that's one thing I want to tell your listeners, anybody else, is that if you get this shit, you gotta really stay focused and really learn it and really apply it. It's not just some shit you get and you listen to it one time and then that's it. You really got to live by that shit, because the moment that you start to live by it and you keep it at 100, it's going to reflect in your behavior. And it's not,
Right.
what I tell them to do, what you tell them to do, but it's all based on their behavior as a whole. And that's the thing about it. You got to really put your all into it and really apply it. Because if you don't apply it, you're not going to really see the results, or you may think you're seeing the results and you may be half-ass at it, but sooner or later, your beta mentality or your everywhere mentality, you want to search this place, that place, sooner or later that's going to show, and the woman's going to think, this motherfucker's not stable. This motherfucker doesn't know what he wants to do. You're not going to be really dominant. You're not going to be that rock, that strength that, shit wavers. Like, sometimes women are sad, emotional, sometimes they waver. And if you're not solid in 100% because of you searching around for other shit, a woman's going to see that and use that in her advantage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of guys think that this isn't too important because what do I need this for? But I always say that it just shocks me. I guess the thing I was saying the most, it shocks me that a lot of these guys choose not to see where they're going wrong, because a lot of guys think I just need this one thing. I need one thing.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And that one thing is not the thing that's going to get them where they need to go, man. It'll get them somewhere, but
Right.
it just gets them to the next step. And they don't understand that there's so many steps to this that when they listen to people just giving one step, it's bad. Because like I say, these women, like the way I broke it down is that they need to understand that every woman is looking for something different. And if you can't figure out that different and you can't fulfill that need, then you're in trouble.
Exactly. And I don't want to give it away, but it's like this. It's, well, not you, but some individuals, some males may feel, okay, I always do this for every woman, but it's like, if you don't know what brings out the needs in her, what she needs, you know what I'm talking about? If you don't bring that out and you don't go by that, and you only go by the wants, or you only go by what the other woman wanted or needed, if you go by that and you apply that to this woman, you may start to lose points on that scale. You know what I mean?
But that's what they do though. They apply they'll take math and then they'll bring math to social studies, science, English, history.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why am I failing this grade? It worked in this class. My math worked in math class. Why won't it work in English class?
Exactly. And the funny thing about that too is, like how you were saying, some I guess some gurus or whatever you want to call them out there, they'll give them one area, but the thing is, where do you go from there? Once you get that information and it's time to progress further on, where do you go from there? And that's what I like about this product, because it tells you what you're either lacking or what you have, or how can you progress from what you have, and you're not lost. You know what I mean? You're not feeling incomplete, because I know there's been people before, they may buy a product or something from somebody else, and it's like, okay, I learned this, but I'm still kind of confused. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't tie in,
right?
And it's not complete. It's an incomplete system, basically.
Well, yeah, but not only is it an incomplete system, but when they meet the woman, they're incomplete, and that's where that. So your incomplete system meeting a woman that is incomplete. I mean, that sees you as incomplete, and then you wonder why you stay in curiosity not getting attention or attraction because that's where all the incomplete motherfuckers go. Because if you can't complete things that she needs, then you're gonna have problems. But they don't even know what it is. They have no idea that it gets to that part as well.
Exactly. And it's funny you mentioned that too, because I remember when I first started talking back in 2011, and I was really working on self like a lot. And one thing I can say is from working on self and really learning everything else along the way, that really helped me out because it's certain shit like this product. I like how you have this product and it breaks everything down because there's a lot of shit and a lot of females I met along the way to where I may be strong with myself and they may like that.
Right.
However, they may be super freaky to where they were like, hey, I want this, and that. I'm more about the sexual side. And then there may be other females who's like, I like the sex, you're 100% man. I like that. But, I like going out. I like dating. I like having fun. And it's really important to learn everything because you're going to meet like some of your listeners, they may meet a woman and they may be 100 with themselves, but when it comes to the sex, they're lacking. And even though you're 100% with yourself, you may have somebody that maybe, let's say for instance, he's 75% with himself. Maybe it's a bad example. You correct me if I'm wrong. But when it comes to the sex, this person is 100% compared to the other guy that's maybe at 60 or 70. So this female may look at him and be like, okay, he's 75, but he got looks. So even though that is what it is, the sex is 100%. So I like this guy a little bit better. So that's why it's important to not just focus on yourself. Obviously, you want to build a solid foundation, but continue to progress on because once you get in a situation where a woman wants something out of you that isn't just self, you're fucked if you don't know how to do the rest.
Right. And I think a lot of guys don't understand that, man. I really don't think they understand that, though. They don't, man. It's sad. It's just, I guess it's just crazy to me that they don't understand that shit, man.
It is, man, because I remember back when we first started talking, you always told me the rabbit hole is deeper. And this was before all your products came out. And I didn't know what you meant at the time. I was just like, that's cool. I guess I'll get this product or that product, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
And then once I started to progress on, I started noticing like, fuck, what about this situation? What about that situation? And then you would coach me, and then I was like, you know what? I need to step my game up and get the rest of the products. And then once I did that, everything fucking made sense. The doors opened up, and I was a little, I wouldn't say I was scared, but with the knowledge and the information I gained, it really, it blew me away, man, to the point where I was like, fuck, if I had to listen and picked up some of these products sooner, but still, obviously still take my time and study, but if I would put some of these products up sooner, then I would understand the situation a whole lot more than I do now. And I really don't think that a lot of these guys don't understand that you're not here to just be phony. You're not here to just be an option. You actually put out good, high quality information to where me personally, and I told you this before, me personally, I felt like I didn't want any other motherfucker to find out or know about you because the shit was that good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, man, I mean, it's important to learn all that shit because if you only know one of them, it's not really going to help you further down the line. It may help you in the beginning, but like I said, this product, it really tells you where you're at. And in order to really know where you're at and to improve, you need to tie everything together.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I guess that's.
But I like it, man. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was listening. Go ahead. Please finish. No, go ahead.
No, I was saying I like it, man, because obviously I've been rocking with you for a long time, but just listen to it. It made me evaluate shit, and I look at it like, oh, that's why she likes to do that more. This is why she likes that or this and that because. The woman I'm with, I look at what she values, and a lot of the times, man, she values me because when I set something out, like if I say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," I go and I get it. Or if let's say, for instance, time is getting hard at school, the average motherfucker would complain, blame the professors, and just give up or try to change classes or some shit like that. But me, I just said, fuck it, I'll do what I got to do. If it takes hours, I'll fucking grind and I'll do it, and I got it done. You know,
Right.
I passed the semester, and she values that a lot more than, you know, looks or somebody has a car or money. And I knew that, but I didn't really understand it or thought it was that important until I started listening to this product.
Yeah.
And that kind of gave me a little bit more power in my repertoire. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, it did, and that's how it's supposed to work, though. But that's good, man. So
Yeah, yeah, man.
what would you say to, you know, we can wrap this up, but what would you say to someone out there that just doesn't think this is something that they need? You know what I mean?
I would say for people who or men who don't think that they need this, I would say you do. I mean, like I said, I've been rocking with him since 2011. I had basically all his products. I studied the shit, but it still was highly valuable, and I'm still learning the shit to this day because of this new product. And if you guys don't think that this is worth it, or you guys think that this is just some bullshit gimmick, I'm telling you that it's not. I'm telling you 100% that the shit works, but the shit only works if you work. And it's a damn good investment. The best investment that you could ever make, besides rims or cars or shoes and Starbucks coffee and all the other name brand shit, is the investment in you. Because I've made investments in other places, but none of those investments had a higher return than when I invested on myself. And this product that I just invested in, it opened up new doors, and I love it. And man,
Okay.
if y'all motherfuckers are doubting this shit, don't, just go for it. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a bitch. Just go for it. Apply it, and you'll get the results. And that's what men do. Men, you know, they go for what they want. They better themselves. And if you want to better yourself and you want to be a man about your shit, go ahead and go for it. And I guarantee you won't be disappointed in it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. No, you
I mean, no
1000%
other
right.
way to say it, man.
Yeah, there's no other way to say it but the way you said it, dog. No doubt. So, um, so yeah, well, that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and wrap this up and everything, man. But I just wanted to say to you, man, thank you very much for the time and being able to come on and chop it up as always. But I appreciate you and stuff like that. And you stay right there. But
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
if y'all have any questions, hit me back up, www.themanmindset.com. This is just a quick testimonial on the scale, not the, what did I say, the sheet? What did I say it was?
Just, I think you said the script.
The script, yeah, whatever that bullshit. Anyway, I'm the dean. We'll holler at you later, yeah.